Hey, what's going on, guys? How are your meatballs? Today I'm going to be talking to you about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies DLC 1 Apocalypse. But wait, is that actually true? We're going to talk about all that and more, what you should expect from DLC 1/Season 1 in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Two or a few things very quickly. One, my microphone may be off sync. It may sound different from before, may not sound as good. I have just finished setting up my room, finishing the setup upgrade and stuff like that. I made a setup video about 7-8 months ago. That will then be updated for 2021 because we made some massive upgrades from the console to the PC to a lot of other things. So there's going to be another setup video coming at the end of the year because, boy, although I took my time on it, did we really upgrade in a lot of different areas. So that will be coming out soon, and on that point, again, that's why some of this stuff may seem a little bit different than usual or not as good as it usually is, or even should be better now, since we made even more upgrades. But anyways, I digress. Just note that for the near future, and that's why I also haven't uploaded any content over the last few days after finishing up most of the Maschine guides, which, again, transitioning into my next thing, thank you so much for absolutely destroying those guides. You killed it. Thank you so much. And also on Twitch, as always, the stream zombies every single day for 5+ hours. Make sure you come out to the streams, because we are getting moving starting again tonight. Okay, and of course, that I just haven't been able to do anything the last few days because I've been upgrading the setup, modifying some stuff, and yeah. Now, moving into it, earlier today, this tweet went out, and listen, I just want to say right now, I am not here to shit on anybody. I'm not here to say anything bad, regardless of what you may be seeing other people say around the community, and I've had other people tell me, that's not my job. My job is to look at stuff at face value and think about it logically, and I've done that with this. And as a result, I've gotten some people DM me, some sources DM me that you guys already know from around the community, and they gave me some information on this, and I happen to be right about it. And it's as well as a lot of other people who just thought with common sense. So this is what I'm referencing right here. Earlier today, this account right here, and again, I don't mean anything bad by him, despite you may see some people say some bad things, and so what? Even if this was meant maliciously, I just want you to know that mistakes happen, and it's very possible that this account just made a simple mistake and they misread something, and that's all that happened. So don't give any hate like I see other people giving. It is what it is. At the very end of the day, we have this cleared up, okay? Anyway, she tweeted this out. Season 1 map names plus weapons. Under the maps list, there was this, Apocalypse, and in parentheses, zombies. And of course, we had the K9 score streaks. I also heard, by the way, that K9 score streaks aren't going to be coming with Season 1. But regardless, that doesn't matter because that's not zombies related. I digress. Or who knows, maybe it will be because you can buy score streaks in zombies. But anyways, yeah, I digress. That's irrelevant, right? This is the main thing right here. The Apocalypse Zombies map. What's the deal with that? Well, basically, after talking to a few people around the community, a few people that are extremely knowledgeable, very knowledgeable, you know who they are, but they at least one of them wish to go unnamed, but I'll just keep them all unnamed. They basically said, just as I suspected, even at the top of the tweet, I said, take this with a grain of salt. Could be anything. Hope it's a map, and hang tight. There's two things I want to say about this, right? One, people DM me, like I said, some sources, and they said that, no, there's not going to be a new Zombies map with Season 1, as expected. And in fact, we shouldn't really expect all too much. Maybe there's going to be some more intel to fill in the gap between Maschine and the next map, to fill in some more story, have us more informed on the zombie story. This way, when we go into the next map, we can have some story right now. We have that intro cutscene, and then we go into that next map. You know what I'm saying? This way, it's not just right from Maschine to the next map, because there was no ending cutscene in Maschine, if you remember. So for all we know, maybe with Season 1's release, maybe they add an ending cutscene to the map. Who knows, right? I doubt it. But stuff like that is possible. I wouldn't expect a new Easter egg in Maschine like some people are saying. Hey, anything's possible for sure. But I wouldn't expect a new Easter egg. I wouldn't expect anything to that capacity. Because also as well, what Treyarch has already told us about Season 1 in Black Ops Cold War is that we're going to be having new zombies modes. Season 1 releases, I believe, December 10th. There you go. And with this release, it's going to primarily focus on combining all of the game modes within Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, meaning the Warzone, the standalone Warzone experience that a lot of people thought was only connected to Modern Warfare, and I told them that Warzone was the staple battle royale all the way before it launched. Well, again, as Treyarch has confirmed over the last few months already, it will now be integrated into Black Ops Cold War. Black Ops Cold War times Warzone, as you can see, from the weapons to the operators and all of that, that will now be a part of Black Ops Cold War. And as such, alongside this update with the new weapons, along with the new classified Warzone experience, a new 2v2 or the returning 2v2 gunfight mode, the new multiplayer maps that were mentioned in the tweet I just showed you. We were going to be getting, for zombies at least, some new zombies modes. It could be Grief, could be Zombies Rush, could be anything, right? But my point is that no, at least right now, especially according to the literal pipeline from Treyarch themselves, I would not expect a brand new Zombies release with Season 1 for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Again, what I would expect is the new modes that have already been confirmed, and maybe, just maybe, a brand new perk, some intel, stuff like that. Nothing too significant, but something definitely to hold us off. You may ask how. New Zombies mode obviously adds variety to the game, adds new ways to play, and I'm happy that they're incorporating them in a little bit later. And what this also tells us is that throughout the life cycle of Black Ops Cold War Zombies, they can incorporate more modes and stuff like that, right? So yeah, expect new modes, expect maybe some intel. Obviously, new mode changes or varies the gameplay. The intel will add more to the story. This way we can get some more story insight, especially since D Maschine didn't have an ending cutscene. Again, who knows? Maybe they'll add a cutscene to the end of D Maschine. That's also a possibility for all we know, right? You never know. And then in terms of the perks, there are going to be at least 4 DLC perks for this game. I will bet nearly anything. There's 4 Wonder Fizz slots. I believe 4, maybe 6, but there's 4 Wonder Fizz slots in Black Ops Cold War. So I would honestly expect in between each content release and maybe alongside one content/zombies release for Black Ops Cold War, we will be getting a brand new perk. So right now we're going to have the new game mode, and then the next season, that's when I would expect the brand new zombies map. And typically how these seasons work is it's like 35 to 45, I think like 60 days max is per season. So if we just go December 10th, if I can get to December, let's see, 7, 14, 21, 35, we'll say December 14th, right? Say December 14th would be the next, or sorry, January 14th, could be the next season's release for Black Ops Cold War. And at the very latest, right, early February, but probably just late January, that's when we get Season 2 for Black Ops Cold War, and that's when we'll get a new Zombies map. So it may seem annoying that we're not getting a new Zombies experience, but guys, we literally got a Zombies map like 8 days ago. I wouldn't expect too much within a month. Although, yes, they could have bundled in probably another Zombies map and whatever these new game modes with Black Ops Cold War's launch. They are dispersing the content evenly, right? I'm not saying that there's going to be as many maps in Black Ops Cold War as there were in Black Ops 4. But just think about Black Ops 4. What's the one thing I've always told you guys about Black Ops 4 Zombies? That if they would have just done right, it would have significantly helped the game out. And that is to disperse all 4 launch maps evenly alongside the release of Black Ops 4. So, for example, maybe just release 1 Chaos and 1 Ether map on launch. Then you can release another map 2 weeks later, then another map 2 weeks later, and another map 2 weeks later. Then you release Dead of the Night in January or February, and then that pushes everything back. This way there's an even disbursement of content throughout the life cycle. And because the game mechanics in that game were terrible, that would have significantly helped it out, because people just got so bored of the maps quickly, because once you found out the Easter egg, they were done, because the game mechanics were so bad and they made the game so boring and it made it so stressful and tedious to play that people didn't want to go back to play. Now, if you combine what I just said, right, considering they have at least 4 DLC maps, which we've already heard that they do, right, combine that idea, like I said, of even disbursement of content with new game mode, or even disbursement of maps with new game modes, with new perks along the full life cycle of Black Ops Cold War, and we're in for a real treat, because the mechanics for Black Ops Cold War Zombies are probably the best ever. Probably the best ever. And who's to say that in the future we don't get Gobblegums or some kind of system like that? I haven't played the campaign, but we've already seen references in the campaign of Dr. Monty, chocolate bars, gumballs, stuff like that. So I'm not saying that that's definitely going to happen. I doubt it's going to happen, but anything's possible. So just hang tight. The main point of this video was to cover that there's not going to be a Zombies map in DLC 1, rather kind of how to just expect the disbursement of content, which again would be, yes, we get zombie stuff every single season, and that's opposed to Black Ops 4 Zombies, where we didn't get zombies content every single season. For the most part, it was very bland. Aside from the game mechanics being bad and the game being boring, right, for the most part, in Black Ops 4, we just had the main DLC releases, and every once in a while, we'd get a perk to fill the gaps. But now, this time around, we'll have some modes to fill the gaps. We'll already have an awesome map on launch. We'll have some modes to fill the gaps. We'll have some perks to fill the gaps. We'll have intel to fill the gaps. We'll have some story to fill the gaps. And there will be some variation in the gameplay as well to go alongside awesome core mechanics. And that is pretty much it, my friends. I will have an update video very soon. I'm going to try to get some more information about DLC 1, the actual DLC 1 release for the Black Ops Cold War Zombies map. And I'll make a video on that. shortly, probably just around the release of Season 1, maybe a little bit after the release of Season 1, and kind of what to expect from Black Ops Cold War Zombies DLC 1, because I've already had some information on it. We've already heard about the Firebase map. I've heard about that, and then, of course, the Ural Mountains map. The Gaming Revolution talked about this as well, I believe a few months ago even. Those two maps that were leaked initially, one of those two maps are expected to be DLC 1. So there's a spoiler alert right there. That's from one of my sources, which, again, you guys know very well. He's very elite, but I'll have more information on that soon once I get some more clarification about a few more things. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care of your meatballs, my friends. Again, make sure you check out the Twitch down below in the description, because I stream zombies every single day on Twitch for 5+ hours. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care of your meatballs.